Have you ever noticed that the loudest person in the room is rarely the most respected one? Think about it. The person who talks nonstop, explains everything, fills every pause with noise. Do you admire them? Probably not. In fact, most of the time, you tune them out. But then there's the quiet one. The one who doesn't rush to answer. The one who lets others talk. Who listens. Who chooses their words carefully. That person often holds the most respect. Here's the shocking truth. Silence, the thing most people avoid, can actually make people respect you faster than words ever could. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how. You see, we live in a world where everyone wants to be heard. Social media, meetings, arguments, even casual conversations, people fight for space. Everyone wants to speak, to prove, to show they know something. But here's the twist. Respect doesn't come from being the loudest. Respect comes from being the one who doesn't need to be loud. Silence is powerful. It shows control. It creates mystery. And it forces people to notice you without you saying a single word. But the question is, how do you use silence as a tool? How can staying quiet make people take you more seriously, listen to you, and respect you? Let's break this down step by step. First, silence makes people uncomfortable, and that works in your favor. Imagine you're in an argument. Someone throws insults at you expecting you to snap back. That's what they want, your reaction. But instead, you stay silent. You keep calm. You don't give them what they expect. Suddenly, the power shifts. They start replaying their words in their own head. They wonder, did I go too far? Did I look stupid? What is he thinking right now? Your silence becomes louder than any comeback you could give. And here's the thing. People respect those who don't get dragged into drama. Silence makes you look in control, while the other person looks desperate. Second, silence makes your words heavier. Think about the people you admire. Do they talk all the time? Or do they speak less? But when they do, everyone listens. There's a reason. If you talk constantly, your words lose value. But if you stay quiet, if you choose your moments carefully, then when you finally speak, people stop. They pay attention. They think, this must matter. It's like currency. The more common something is, the less valuable it becomes. The less common, the more valuable. Your words work the same way. Silence turns them into gold. Third, silence shows confidence. Insecurity shouts. Confidence whispers. When you're silent, you're showing the world. I don't need to prove myself. I don't need to fight for attention. I know who I am. Picture a meeting at work. Everyone is speaking over each other, trying to sound smart, trying to win points. But then there's the one person who waits, who listens, who only speaks once, maybe twice. Yet their words carry the most weight. Why? Because silence feels like strength, and strength demands respect. Fourth, silence protects you from regret. How many times have you said something in anger only to wish you could take it back? Words are like arrows. Once released, you can't pull them back. But silence keeps you safe. When emotions rise, anger, jealousy, frustration, silence gives you time. It allows your brain to catch up with your feelings. It keeps you from saying something you'll regret. And people notice that. They see someone who doesn't let emotions control them. Someone who pauses, someone who thinks before speaking. That discipline earns respect fast. Fifth, silence helps you see what others miss. When you're always talking, you're not listening. And when you're not listening, you miss everything. Tone, hesitation, body language, the little cracks in someone's words. But silence sharpens your awareness. You hear the details no one else hears. You notice the nervous laugh, the pause before the answer, the glance that reveals the truth. This is why great negotiators, great leaders, great thinkers value silence. They know listening is often more powerful than speaking. And when you start noticing what others miss, people will respect you as someone wise, someone who understands more than they say. Sixth, silence puts you in control. Think of any conversation like a game of cards. The one who talks too much? They show all their cards, what they think, what they fear, what they want. But the one who stays silent, They keep their cards close. They reveal nothing. They stay unpredictable. That's power. People respect those they can't easily read. They respect the mystery. They respect the control. And that control begins with silence. Let's step back. What have we learned? Silence makes people uncomfortable. Silence makes your words heavier. Silence shows confidence. Silence protects you from regret. Silence sharpens your awareness. And silence keeps you in control. That's why silence, the thing most people run from, is the fastest way to earn respect. Now here's the takeaway. The next time someone tries to provoke you, don't rush to react. The next time you're in a room full of people competing for attention, don't fight for space. The next time emotions boil inside you, don't let them control your mouth. Instead, pause, wait, stay silent. Because silence isn't weakness. Silence is strength. Silence is discipline. And silence is the habit that makes people respect you faster than anything else. Now it's your turn. Have you ever stayed silent when you wanted to speak and realized later it was the smartest thing you could have done? I'd love to hear your story in the comments. And if this video gave you something to think about, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more. Because sometimes, one small shift, like mastering silence, can completely change the way people see you.